Hey guys, I'm Josh, and today I'm going to be just joshing around with the Holy Grail. I've wanted a grail for a long time now to add to my collection that you can see behind me. And I found some online that I really liked, and I found some at some conventions. But nothing really ever made me want to jump up and grab one. So I thought, maybe I'll try to make one. And recently, I found Bobby Duke Arts online, who's fantastic. And let me just say, inspiration struck hard. For my grail, I decided that I'd like to make it from wood. The first thing I did is take a 2x6 and cut 3 7-inch sections off of it. Next, I took all 3 of those blocks and I glued them together on both sides using Titebond 2 wood glue. I haven't worked with wood glue a lot, but it worked pretty well. I did clamp it, as you can see. I used 4 clamps at first, and then I added a couple more here on the end, and probably let it dry for way too long. Okay, as you can see, the video skipped ahead a bit here. I had some recording issues, but it's not a big deal because all you're really missing out on is me drawing the grail onto the block and just beginning the shaping process. So, back to the video. You don't see it here, but I used the table saw to cut all 4 corners off of the block. After this, I ran all the sides on the belt sander to shape it into a cylinder. Once I achieved a nice cylindrical shape, I used my table saw to cut a slot around the middle and then up each side of the bottom. I used my jigsaw to cut around the base of the stem of the grail. This all made it easier to use these wood chisels to just break apart a lot of the material that it would have taken me a lot longer with the belt sander to do. Speaking of which, oh joy. Finally, the sanding is done. After getting to a rough shape of the grail, I switched over to the Dremel tool and used an assortment of carving bits to start to fine-tune the shaping process. The Dremel tool is very, very versatile. It's something I really never used a lot before, along with most of my other tools that I've been using today. But I really like it, and the bits that you can get for it, I actually picked up on Amazon for really cheap. I'm surprised how well they worked. This was a tedious job using the Dremel tool for this part, but I was just happy to get away from using the belt sander for a little bit. I used the drill press with a 1-inch spade bit on it to try to clear away a lot of material at once. I had to drill about, I believe it was 6 or 7 holes in it, but it helped out in the long run. I switched back to the Dremel tool to try to knock out the walls in between the holes, so then I could hopefully start to break away the pieces on the inside, as you can see here. There's a little bit of footage that I left out here. I just had to switch over to some grinding stones inside the Dremel to try to smooth out the inside a little more. I never really achieved a perfectly smooth inner cup, but I was happy enough with how it turned out. I know I kind of joke around about how much sanding there is, but never doing woodworking before, I never realized how much sanding there is involved. Holy cow. So here it is, ready to paint. Totally didn't use any wood filler. Before I talk about the spray paint, I should add that I reluctantly used the wood filler just to kind of smooth out the pits and divots on the inside of the cup and some of the stem. I just wasn't able to smooth them out using the tools that I have on hand, so the wood filler worked. And by the way, the spray paint is just your basic Rust-Oleum dark bronze hammered spray paint. Just thought I'd give it a nice base coat and then scuff it up. So this is after one coat of the dark bronze Rust-Oleum paint and one sanding. Doesn't look terrible, but not exactly the result I was looking for, so I'm probably going to switch to just model paints from here on out. This is where I really started to slip back into my comfort zone. I've used these paints a lot for different custom props and custom collectibles that I've made. This is the first, as I've already said, the very first completely custom prop that I've ever made. All the other stuff has been like repaint jobs and everything, but this stuff goes on really well, back to my original point. The paint just is really easy to work with. It dries really quickly. I really like this stuff. Right there you can see on the base of the stem that I used a couple different shades of brown to try to find the one that I wanted to use. Ultimately, I ended up choosing flat rubber for the shade. This gave it a nice earthen potter's look. For the interior of the cup, I used a metallic gold, and it really turned out well, I thought. Since I don't really have any gold leaf on hand, I decided to use the same metallic gold to add the different details to the exterior of the cup. It worked pretty well. Like I said before, This paint just is so easy to work with. It goes on so smoothly and just, I don't know, I really like this stuff. Next, I switched over to one of my other favorite things I like to work with, Kiwi liquid shoe polish. I use this stuff for almost every time I have to weather something, whatever project, whatever collectible, whatever prop I'm doing. I just pull out the old Kiwi shoe polish, and that stuff just, it makes it look great. That just about wraps it up. You don't see it here, but I took the 400 grit sandpaper and just gave it a real light scuffing just to give just a little extra texture. That does it for my first video and what I hope to be a lot to come. Hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. Please bear with me, this is all new to me. The woodworking, the shooting the video, the channel, everything. I'm hoping to get better as I go along, but we'll see. I'd like to give a special thanks to, as I said before, Bobby Duke Arts, and also to a couple other guys, Cosplay Chris and I Like to Make Stuff. These guys all do phenomenal work. You should check them out. I'll make sure I put a link to their channels in the description down there. But I'd also like to extend a special thanks to my good friend Mike the Media Dragon. He helped me out a lot with this. You guys should definitely check him out. He's got some really cool videos on his channel. He offers a very unique but very intuitive perspective on different movies and different forms of media, games, whatever it is. He's a great guy. Check him out. That does it for me. I'll see you guys next time.